Hello, welcome to this lesson in Algebra 1. Here we're going to learn how to factor trinomials that have this form. I know it looks a little scary, but the form x squared plus bx plus c, where c, this guy here, is positive. And this is just part one of several. So we're going to do a bunch of examples here. I know that the title of this lesson looks really, really complicated, but I promise you if you just keep an open mind and stick with me, I'll make it really easy for you. And this topic of factoring trinomials is actually incredibly central to algebra. I know I can say that a lot, but this one really is something that you're going to be using a lot. Now, before we get to the actual factoring, and we've been doing factoring for quite a long time, but before we actually factor this trinomial, let me remind you of something that I know that you already know. So for instance, if we have x plus 1 and we're multiplying it times x plus 4, how do you do that? This is multiplying two binomials together. How do you do that? Well, we learned about FOIL, F-O-I-L, right? So we said we do the first terms multiplied together, then the outside terms multiplied together, then the inside terms, then the last term. So if you were actually going to do this, it would be the first two terms. X times x would give you x squared, right? The outside terms, x times 4, is going to give you 4x, like this. The inside terms, 1 times x would give you x. And the last terms, 1 times 4, would give you 4. We've learned this before. And then we start to collect like terms. So we have 4x plus x, those are like terms. So this would come out to be x squared plus 5x plus 4. This is stuff we've done before back in the past. So I want to go ahead and just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. You should know this. If you don't have any idea what I'm talking about, if you don't know why we multiply it this way to get this answer, then you need to back up the truck and go back to multiplying binomials together. Because in this section, we're going to be going backwards. So you already know how to take these and multiply them to get this. What we're going to be doing by factoring is we're going to be giving you a trinomial. So I might give you, for instance, I might say factor the following. Factor the following trinomial. X squared plus 5x plus 4. And I might say factor that, right? Now, at first glance, if I didn't really tell you that what we're doing is going backwards here, then you might look at this and try to find something common to each of these. So I have an x squared, I have 5x, and I have a 4. I don't have anything common to all three of those terms to like pull outside of the parentheses. But anytime you see a trinomial like this, where you have an x squared plus some term with x plus some number, it's we call of the form x squared, see? The first term is x squared, the middle term is some number b times x, in this case it's 5x,